Yo, once again, it's on. That's right. Real Kens TV, back in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Definitely comment. Let me know what you think about it. Also hit that post notification. So anytime I bring this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. I'm gonna share with you all a brief story. One of, if not the craziest things that's happened to me in my life. This is wild. It has nothing to do with prison or anything of that nature. One night, I would say maybe it was 20 plus years ago. Maybe 21, 22 years ago. I had a crib. And you know how it is when you're young like that. I had just moved in. So I didn't have much in the crib. A couple air mattresses. Uh, no furniture. No bedroom furniture, anything. So I slept in the living room. And by me sleeping in the living room, I had the television. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm door dashing too. So if you hear, notifications going off in the background, you know, that's my door dash. But nevertheless, slept in the living room, had a TV, had a PlayStation. I think it was a PlayStation. Was PlayStation's hot 20 years ago, 21? I think it was a PlayStation. Had a microwave, had a phone, the basics. So one of my partners, man, him and his girl, they had broken up, man. So, he was going through some things at the time. So he's like, he needed a place to stay, momentarily. I'm like, yeah, no problem, man. One of my best partners, you know what I'm saying? So I had no problem with it. He came over, man, you know what I'm saying? We kicked it or whatever. His partner needed a place to stay. I didn't know his partner, but based on the fact that, or on the strength of you, my partner, so you saying he's cool. All right, he's cool. You know what I mean? So, he was staying over. So, it was like a bachelor's crib, man. You know what I mean? We all over, we just kicking it, man. Back then, we wasn't really into much, you know? It was just like, shoot, come home from work or whatever we was doing and just play the game, play the PlayStation, man. And we wasn't really drinking, getting high, which I don't do those things now. I might sip a little bit every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, occasionally, but, nothing major. But nevertheless, we was just chilling. So one night, we had fallen asleep, and like I said, we ain't had no furniture or nothing like that. So we was all like in the living room, you know, and we was on our little air mattresses, our separate air mattresses or whatever. And you could hear that the neighbors were having some sort of a party or a get together, or because you could hear the music. It was kind of loud. It wasn't loud, but you could tell something was going on over there to where it was multiple people. Now it was a duplex that I lived in. So, a duplex, it's basically a house, but it's split into two. So you got one side, you have another side. You know what I mean? So you got a side A, side B for you all that may not know what a duplex is. So yeah, we chilling, we sleep, and it's crazy. It was maybe about 2:30 in the morning. Somebody walks through we had like a sliding glass door, like a patio door, and it was right there, like in the living room, if you will. So like I said, about 2:30, somebody walks through the door. For some reason, that door wasn't locked. I don't know why, because we typically would lock the door. And not only would we lock the door, we had this stick. It was already there, when I moved in, and you could place the stick in the door so that even if you had left the door unlocked, you couldn't get the door open because the stick would block the door, as far as from opening or sliding open. For whatever reason, I don't know why, the door wasn't locked that night. So somebody walks in 2:30 in the morning. And when they walk in, I kind of raise up. And when I raise up, one of my partner raises up. The other dude, you know what I mean, which is my partner's partner, he don't even wake up. So the dude walks in and he's like, "What's up, man?" So I was like, I'm half asleep. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, man, nothing much, man. We just over here partying, man. Man, you know where I can get some crack? So, like I said, my other partner, you know, he raises up too. So he's looking at the dude. I'm looking at the dude. But for whatever reason, it's not resonating to us that a complete stranger has just walked into the house. So when I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. You know, me and my partner. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know where to get no crack at, man. So my partner's like, nah, I don't know either. Now, mind you, like I stated earlier in the video, man, we don't mess around, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't barely even drink, let alone crack. We don't smoke weed, none of that. But we're looking around, and it's crazy because we looked at each other like, I don't know. Do you know? Nah, I don't know. So the dude was like, damn, man, you don't know anybody? You don't know anybody that might know? Nah, man, I don't have a clue, man. So dude's like, all right, man, well, shit, man, I'm going to get on, man. Sorry for bothering you. So he's like, all right, man, no problem, man. And the dude turns around and walks out. I lay back down. My partner lays back down. Nobody says anything. Next morning, we wake up. You know, whatever time we got up, we kicking it. Probably playing the game. So I'm like, hey, man. My partner's name is Ross, man. I said, hey, was this a dream or did somebody walk into the house last night and ask us about some crack? He was like, whoa. He was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, man. He was like, I thought I was dreaming. He was like, I literally thought I was dreaming. He said, I remember that. Somebody walked in, you know, and basically the same thing that I just stated, he stated. So we sitting around looking at each other like in amazement, like, wow. This dude walked into our house. I don't know if he knew the people that lived there previously. I don't know what the dude was doing. I don't have a clue to this day. Me and him are still best friends to this day. And we talk about it every once in a while. Have no clue what that was about. This dude, just imagine, you're asleep and somebody walks in your house. First of all, you're going to have your door locked like a normal person. Like I said, I don't know why the door wasn't locked. But nevertheless, just imagine somebody walks in your house and you're just talking to that person like, nah, man, I don't know, man. You know, I wish I could help you, but I don't know. And it was so crazy because we were both, it was like we were asleep. Kind of like we were sleepwalking, but we never got up. And we didn't recognize that this guy had ultimately violated by just walking into the house. Weirdest story ever. We weren't high, weren't drunk, anything like that. That story right there is one of the scariest stories ever. I can't imagine anything like that happening to this day. Or during these days, rather. I think that you like to think that you would react totally different, but you don't know, because if you sleep and you're half out of it, you don't know. You don't know how you're going to react. And so it was just one of those things to where, you know, we had to be careful, make sure that the door was shut, locked when we went to sleep, because anything could have happened to us, man. People just walking in your house at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Anything could have happened. Weirdest story. I think it may be the weirdest story ever in my life that I've experienced. Got a couple more stories that are weird. Scary. That's a scary story. Scary situation, man. And like I said, the dude was like, all right, man, thanks, man. He was like, oh, man, no problem. Sorry, we couldn't help you. It was like we both thought we were dreaming, but it was real. And we both discussed it the next day. Like, this was real, man. This was a real situation. Crazy, man. Crazy things you see in life, man. Moral of the story, man, make sure your doors are locked at night when you go to sleep, man. Because you too could have that person walk in your house and ask you at 2:30 in the morning, hey, man, I know we can get some crack. Real Kens TV, man. Hopefully you like the video. I know it's weird, but hopefully you liked it. Can't make that up. Feel free to comment, share, hit that post notification. So anytime I got a weird story to bring you like this, you're amongst the first to receive it. I got more. I got a couple more, you know. Got a lot of stories, but I got a couple more weird stories. Real Kens TV, man. Lock them doors at night, man. You know what I mean? People are always on the hunt for crack.